Let me lay this out plain and simple, because too many people act like the United States never had colonies or took over other lands when the truth is right there in history books, and we need to face it head-on without excuses or downplaying. The U.S. has controlled, annexed, or governed many places over time, some still under its power today and others that broke free or got fully absorbed. Starting with the territories still under U.S. control, these are not independent countries, they remain U.S. territories right now with people living there who are often U.S. citizens but treated differently, no full voting rights in presidential elections or equal say in Congress. Puerto Rico became a U.S. territory after the Spanish-American War in 1898 when the U.S. defeated Spain and took it along with other spots. Residents are U.S. citizens since 1917, but they can't vote for president, and the island deals with ongoing debates about status, statehood, independence, or staying as is. Guam, also taken from Spain in that same 1898 war, it's a key military spot in the Pacific now, but people there face similar limits on rights. American Samoa became a U.S. territory in 1900 through deals with local chiefs. It's unique because folks there are U.S. nationals, not automatic citizens, and keep strong cultural ties. The U.S. Virgin Islands were bought from Denmark in 1917 for strategic reasons in the Caribbean. The Northern Mariana Islands became a U.S. Commonwealth in 1976 after being under Japan, then U.S. administration post-World War II. These places are still not states. They fly the U.S. flag, pay some taxes, serve in the military, but get second-class treatment in many ways, and that's a fact that deserves real discussion. Now look at former territories or colonies, places the U.S. controlled but later lost or granted independence. The Philippines was taken from Spain in 1898. After the war, the U.S. fought a brutal conflict there to hold it, then promised, and finally gave independence in 1946 after World War II occupation by Japan complicated things. Cuba was occupied by the U.S. After beating Spain in 1898, became formally independent in 1902, but the U.S. kept heavy influence through policies, amendments, and interventions for decades until relations changed. Panama saw the U.S. control the Panama Canal Zone from 1903 to 1999. After helping split it from Colombia, the canal was vital for trade and military power, but handed back eventually. Then there are areas annexed right into the United States, not left as separate, but swallowed up completely. Hawaii was annexed in 1898 after American businessmen and interests overthrew the Hawaiian monarchy in 1893. With U.S. support, the Queen was deposed, and it became a state in 1959. But many native Hawaiians still see it as an illegal takeover that erased their kingdom. Texas, California, New Mexico, Arizona, and other huge regions were taken from Mexico after the Mexican-American War from 1846 to 1848. The U.S. provoked the fight over borders and won massive land through the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo, paying some money but forcing Mexico to give up over half its territory, which became states later. Important context here: unlike old European empires like Spain, France, or the United Kingdom that grabbed huge overseas holdings, the United States usually had fewer far-flung colonies, but it absolutely built power through these territories' military bases, political control, and outright annexation. Especially in the late 1800s, when it stepped up as an imperial force. This isn't about bashing America, it's about owning the full story, the good, the bad, and the uncomfortable parts, because pretending none of this happened, or that it was all fair and consensual, ignores the real impacts on people and cultures. America does not have enemies for fun, they have enemies because America became the enemy. Then they turn around and tell you that all of these people are the enemy. Well, these people never colonized America. Remember that America colonized them, stole their resources and money. We learn from history by telling it straight, no filters. Love always, Maria D.C. Santiago.